So we got round 4 of True Sim. Gonna just hop right into it. We've got, ooh, we're playing off the front tees in round 4. Medium, soft, soft, moderate. So it seems like round 4 is gonna be... Seems like round 4 is gonna be potentially a very scoreable situation for us. Alright, we've been going for it, and it's gone okay. I just have to hit a straight... I just have to hit a straight shot here. I pulled it left again, but I think this one should actually find the fairway. Hey, what's going on, Shaggy? It's going well. How about yourself? Be good luck for your birthday, Skylar. Wait, is today your birthday? Well, if it is, happy birthday. It's good stuff. All right, little lob wedge pitch action. Every time, man, the lob, it's not the lob wedge, it's the pitch shot. I can't seem to hit it, and that's on me. That's on me. Oh, 8/11. Okay, so August 11th. All right, well, happy belated birthday then. Hey, how's it going, Kara? He's out here with the birthday bait. Maybe I should redact it and we'll just not wish happy birthday next year. Pay it forward. All right, this is gonna be painful. I am really sad. I botched this hole. Oh, that just didn't swing back at all at the end. Okay. Oh! Thank you. Thank you. I didn't need to start the round with the bogey. Oh, I just really painful. Okay, I think we're gonna see, it's so tempting. This round is like, this round is so tempting. Cause it the red tees make it just short enough, but I'm gonna try and trust my instincts here. Put myself out to some full wedge shots. I feel like I'm gonna get myself in trouble if I start going for too many short shots or narrow parts of the course. So if we go somewhere like here, and then I just need a little bit of shape to get this thing to sit. Ooh. The 101 is definitely a little bit much. Also, so is the downhill behind the pin. That's kind of rude. Beat you in real football World Cup? Yeah, but you have to remember that that's a sport that you guys play and we don't really. So how is that a fair fight? See, this feels fairly flat. I'm gonna put it on the edge. It broke the other way? That must be swing plane related, right? That must be swing plane related that fires offline. That's tough though. I mean, you gotta hit, swing planes and tempos are so incredibly important. So incredibly important. I know it's soft fairways. I still don't think I fully trust. Aim out here. I'm gonna play a little bit of draw. Just a touch slow, but I pulled it. And that pull, so long as it kicks back to the right, is going... Oh, I almost hit the post. I almost hit the post. It's gonna keep us in the fairway. Now that was admittedly a very greedy play. Okay, I know that. All right, we're going for the D-loft. I don't want to be too much. Hold it. Watch, is this gonna be another one where I get the yardage right? Ah, that sucks. So now I am definitely in like the overcorrected territory. I'm so concerned about pushing my shot that we're pulling a lot. There's right to left on this, but it's a matter of how much. From that angle, it looks left to right, but... It's gotta be somewhere out here, right? A little bit more. No! Again, the swing plane. Why am I... I'm gonna have to practice swing, I think, because my swing plane has been drifting left. Watch the World Cup then you played yesterday? So I was going, like, I'll watch the World Cup matches. I'm just not super passionate about it, probably because I know we're not gonna be that great, but I'll watch. We had our appointment during the match, so I didn't get to see it yesterday. I saw like a few minutes. I'll try and watch the other ones if I have the time. But like, to me, if I miss it, like, I'm not gonna watch the other matches. I don't care enough. Pull again, this time with the fast two. Like, I don't know, for whatever reason, I have more interest in, like, I keep up with AC Milan. I keep up with the scores of the US, but, like, I'm not so, like, consumed by it. And maybe I would be if I felt like we had a chance, or if they start, you know, if they gave a feeling like it was gonna be something special. I know it's a bit bandwagon-y, but US wins one way. That's funny. All right, so far nothing going. So far nothing going. Tough start here. But you know, as much as it's shorter, you know, have to very much so keep in mind that round 4 is probably also the hardest pin set. So definitely does not mean all that much in the grand scheme of things. So that's 260 to the front. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get 30 yards from the fairway, especially on soft, but I feel like hybrid is gonna be too long. Maybe something like this to try and sit it a little bit. I'm gonna play closer to center green as well. Just because I know if I try and go after it, I'm somehow gonna end up pushing it and end up... Gosh darn it. Just a little bit too much. That's kind of down where we were for round 3's pin. I just didn't want to be short and trying to chip it on. I feel like trying to take this long putt for eagle is probably better. Because if we can successfully get up and down with the 2-putt, can get a nice little birdie on the card. Start some scoring. Feels like, I don't know, it feels like the green does roll from right to left, but for some reason I'm just getting... Yeah, I guess it is right to left. I'm not gonna play a ton, but like definitely enough. Something like here. What's up, Lucas? Come on, let's get a good pace. Oh, it's gonna be a little low. It was good pace. I couldn't quite commit to more. I couldn't quite commit to more break on that. Probably should have, just given the length of it. So the rounds are going all right. We played 14 under on the promo event round 2 for warm up, so that round went really well. 8 under first round of True Sim, and I think we're 1 under now through 5, so the rounds here have been a little bit tougher. That sounds nice. I'm not quite sure if it's been... I think this round has been bad approach shots. We've had a couple of missed opportunities on approaches. Some missed putts. Just tough. Tough stuff out here. With this uphill into the wind, I'm going to need just a little bit of D-loft, I think, to make it work. Yeah, casual promo, or yeah, casual promo warm-up right into plat. Of course, on this one, of all that I hit 99% instead of 101. So dumb. So dumb. All right, so maybe I shouldn't have played the full loft or the full backspin on it, but I was just concerned about it getting away from me. Ooh, almost went low, but like I've been pretty rough on my swing playing on putts. I've been like, things have been going right to left. I've kind of gone into an overcorrected spot from where I normally am. So it's just, you know, sometimes when you're a little bit off, you're a little bit off. Gonna give this some backspin, try and balloon it a little bit, sit it right down. A little bit fast, a little bit of a push, and those two might just cancel, but the 101 fast is gonna go long. Explain what happens here? You have permission to post links, Lucas, because you are subbed. So post away. I'll give it a look after the round, though. Mostly just because these are going on YouTube, so I don't want to... fully break in the middle of them. There we go. There we go. All right, if we can go birdie here and at least put ourselves... I know that we've kind of taken ourselves out of anything given the start that we've had. But, you know, it is what it is. Downhill, wind at the back. Give it some... give it some backspin. It's gonna be too slow. That's so mean. Ah, man. Just getting myself into trouble. Over and over and over. It's not a good way to play golf. I'll tell you that much. It is not a good way to play golf. Alright, had to hit that fast. How did I get that much out of it, though? I guess I got the high roll. Ends up not being that bad. Come on, can we still make birdie from this? It's definitely right to left. Doesn't seem like a ton. Feels like one that you need to just hit it with some pace. Which is like scary, because if we miss that, like, I don't know. Maybe I have to think of it the other way, as like, if we hit this with some pace, this is the line, so take pace off and play for more. Like, that's probably the better way to go about it. All right, 9-iron. It's downhill here. I just know that this 8-iron is long. Try and maybe club up and play the shaping into the wind a little bit. Play with a little bit of lob. That's gonna be a pull fast, isn't it? Yeah, that's not just a fast, that's a pull fast. Again, I'm getting really good at some of the shot shapes, like yardages, but gosh darn it. Killing myself with... I'm not really killing myself. The game is killing me with the way that it plays. It's frustrating, but I mean, it's how it is. Come on. Need something good here. It's a little firm and I pulled it, so we're gonna miss it high, yeah. That's kinda how it's been going. It's kinda how it's been going. Just can't seem to get the putt plane down. Overhitting them a little bit. Such is life. Such is life. It's kind of painful, though, that it seems like I just blow up on every round for a True Sim these days. Gaming for a while? Yeah, should be going for about another hour and a half. The goal is normally 3:30 to 7. come on. Let's get a nice approach in here. Ball's gonna come off to the left. Wind will hold it up a little bit. %98 again. Why is it always the wedges that I underhit? Oh my god. That's twice now. That is twice now in this round alone that I've underhit the wedge to a hill that just rolls me all the way backwards off the green. This one a little bit less dramatic than the last, but still. It hurts, okay? Oh wow, it actually dies. All right. Good to know. Good to know. All right, we have to go 8 under through these last 7 holes to tie Scud. Scud had a very good round 4, because of course he did. High 220s to the top of that, so I think we just gotta take 4 iron. Yeah, it's kind of an unfortunate thing that, you know, we're having our worst round of the tournament on probably the easiest, right? It's front tees, soft. Like, this is a pin seeker's dream. This is 100% a pin seeker's dream. You're right in the exact scenario that you want. Let's hit something. Let's hit something nice. It's not terrible. The push gets us in trouble, of course. To leave ourselves 15 feet right to lefter. Straightens out by the hole, so you just gotta make sure that in this first part you get it to like here, so it's on a straight line into the cup by the end. And it just never turned. I mean, swing playing again was not great. Oh, we just don't have it. We've lost it. That natural grip that we were really liking, it's gone. It's gone. Was nice while it lasted. Okay, I think this is simply put, just take 3 wood. There's a backstop on this drivable 4, so just don't take enough to get all the way up. That pin's in a really nasty spot, but we'll come back down off of this hill. Oh, of course it rolls the other way. All right, well, we've got a long putt for eagle. Can we get a little bit of something going? It's been one of those like slow, clean rounds. Like we haven't got a lot going for us, but we also haven't given anything back. So probably just means that our approaches haven't been great, and our putting stat line is going to look abysmal. Hold it again. I still don't think it's enough. Like, I think we're still just a little bit off, but So what have we just scored on par 5? I think we had maybe a good par 3 approach, but I think it's been like par 5s and that's a drivable par 4. Really, really putting in the work here. All right, a little bit of D-loft on the pitching wedge. Well, let's hit it. Hit it nice and true. 102 slow. It's not what we're looking for. That's not the side to miss. That is not the side to miss. You don't want to be here. All right, we're kind of straight at it though. Maybe just a hair left to right. I think the key is gonna be put full backspin on it, try and stop it, and then just try and check this out of the... Okay, could have hit it with a little bit more power. I have a hard time knowing. I have a hard time knowing how much those are gonna release, so it's something I need to get better with. Okay. Again, I think this is one that we can go up over the tree line. I think even more so play a little bit of a fade. And by fade, I mean draw. Curl it in from right to left. Sit. Sit. Okay, good. It really is raid day. It really is raid day. Pat, thank you very much for the raid. How was the stream? How's everybody doing? We are, we're struggling a little bit. The weekend rounds, yet again, have not been too great to us. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is, but we've been not quite scoring. You know, just our approach game has been a little bit off, and our putt game has not been able to supplement it, and vice versa. It's like it's been a 1-2 punch. The approach and putting game in True Sim has not quite been there. Story of my True Sim career, yeah, like set myself up with a good round 1 and 2, and then the weekend it's like nothing works, and then the next week repeat. But also my approach and putting has always been a weird thing. That's one of the few straight putt lines that I've hit this round. I mean, we're chipping away at it. We just didn't leave ourselves in any sort of position to try and win. 52 under in promo, 51 under in elite. That sounds like a fantastic week of golf. I'm on pace for a really good number in the promo event. We've used it as our warm-up. I shot 15 under yesterday, 14 under today. So we're sitting on 29 through 2. We'll see what we can make of it through the whole thing, but so far so good. Hold it with the slow, which is gonna actually end up working out. But that's been the thing too. My swing plane on putts and my swing plane on full shots has been a little bit shaky. We'll be making it in plat probably, but might get a couple of promo marks. I mean, 51 in elite sounds solid. Although I know that it's pretty congested this week at the top so far, so there's a chance that it requires some pretty low scoring, if I'm understanding correctly. Yeah, Wayne, if we get one promo mark, so yeah, like top 20-ish, depending on ties. Like that swing plane has been, not that that was gonna change the putt, but That swing plane is absolutely killing me. Putts have just not been able to get them online. I don't know if hitting it down there is worth it. We're just gonna take 4-iron, try and play it safe. It's soft, so it should be fine. Okay, so Morb shot 58. And like there are a bunch of people at like 28 to upper 20s. So yeah, that might actually, which is kind of crazy, might end up being just a little bit outside. Gonna be a tough week. From what I understand, scoring has been pretty low on the upper end. That's better. Naturally, when I hit my shot, still entirely wrong on how the foot lie plays, but at least we hit that. All right, right to lefter. It feels like it just wants to come flying off right to left. Gotta get somewhere out here, I think. Still low. Underhit it a little bit from where I'm like truly going for, but that's rough. Okay, the music stopped. Why does this keep having issues? This isn't the first time. This has been happening quite a few times with the music, where it's just been completely stopping. What if I skip tracks? Maybe that'll go. I don't know what's been happening with that, but it is very weird when I hear just silence. Nope. We've gone to silence yet again. Maybe this is fine. You got the DQ message. Wait, what happened, Pat? You cheating? You trying to come in here and claim greatness falsely? All right, we're going for it. We're in a desperate position. Driver off the deck. Hold it left, but that might, if we get just enough of a kick to the right, be okay. Of course not. Not a worn out controller. Have to chat with them and see the situation. Hey, what's going on, Uber? I mean, regardless of any of it, like, that sucks. It's really unfortunate. There was more left to right on that than anticipated. Played too well this week, yeah, so that explains a lot. We got Pat out here shooting some nice scores. Turns out it was the controller all along. Oh, please, wind. Thank you. Thank you, wind. Greatly appreciate it. Sad that it won't work. Well, so do you have another controller? Like, is this a new controller that you just got? Or what's the deal with that? Because that's like, that sucks. Plain and simple. I just barely slowed it. Are you really gonna play that much? That can't be fully that slow, because that wasn't a lot. Maybe because of the wind. Good to see the cheater. Yeah. Pat's just proving that the systems in place work. New controller you bought less than a month ago. Didn't have issues when playing the first couple of weeks. That's so weird that it would be an issue with a new controller. Hey, what's up, Lindsay? All right, come on. Good swing. It's not the greatest, but we'll take it. It's not the greatest round. We're not gonna win, but you know, hopefully that's enough to hold our own. I mean, there's still like a pretty big gap. Yeah, I mean, Scud just shot great. We're gonna have Sloaner still to shoot round 4. We're gonna have, you know, Mikey shot really well over on PC. Snoopy's yet to play. Should hopefully, I mean, I think for me, the goal is still top 5s, and I hope one week I can put together 4 amazing rounds and win, but yeah, I'll take it. It's another solid outing, still a few off, but that's just kind of the nature of the game that we play at the moment. So until next time.